Welcome back to another episode of TVGP's We Roguelike It show, where we are playing as many aliens-inspired roguelikes as we possibly can. This month we are talking about Genesis Alpha 1. I'm your host, Boston, playing this on the PlayStation 5. I'm joined, as always, by Moonpeer.
Howdy, Xbox Series X. We should change the intro to where we play a new roguelike game for the start of each new game, because then you can say that every 4 weeks.
There you go. Yeah, that's true. So we're playing Genesis Alpha 1.
Can I start? Because I have very little to say this time.
Okay, I am still in the tutorial because I misunderstood. I misunderstood the overarching goal of a run.
Okay.
Which turns out to be scan planets across this field of planets until you find the one Genesis planet.
That's the Genesis one.
Right. And then that's the one you need to get stuff on your way. And I was like, oh, right. I give credit where credit's due. Tutorial is actually pretty good in this game. I'm just also still in it because as soon as you learn all this stuff, they're like, now go play the game. And I'm like, oh, I'm still in the... okay. All right, I'll do that then.
Can we talk about the great thing it does, which is when you unlock a new corporation or whatever, in the top right corner, it says Meta Unlock, and I was like, great!
They said the name! Yay! Yeah.
So, hey, Boston.
Yeah?
This game has got so much going on in it.
This game...
It looks like it's going to be a light and airy, build a couple of rooms.
Tower defense! Building a spaceship! Alright.
Yay! Oh no, it's
so
much more complicated than that trailer makes you think.
I was feeling okay with it until I realized that under the floorboards is an entire other level. That almost broke me. Because the game is like, these sections are shutting down and the power relays you need to power up the power relays. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And in the tractor cannon, the tractor beam room, up one of the stairs, an alien runs up. And I was like, oh, there's stairs over there. That's neat. Let me go down to the... What?
Every corridor you build has a little underground floorway that you can...
That's so much. That's so much.
I currently have one stupid little spider thing running around my base somewhere.
I can't find it.
I don't know where.
Yep, I can't find it. It is not...
That alien radar is just on my screen at all times, and I'm like, I don't know where you are. Like, can I buy another turret and then put it in these vents, which is my next test, is to see if I can put a turret in the vents to stop this problem from happening.
So for anyone that isn't playing this, when you start the tutorial, you're building your spaceship. So you're putting down a room that connects to other rooms that's going to be like a storage area or a greenhouse or a clone lab, because you're cloning humans to work as workers on your ship.
And eventually... the whole thing with the game is it's the Star Trek thing. It's every sci-fi show ever has had these. It's a Genesis device, which is to start new life on a new planet, because I'm assuming Earth is a rotten hellhole, kind of like today.
Right.
So that's what you've got to do, is you've got to go find a planet to start the Genesis process on, and then maybe people will survive there and live there or whatever.
Right.
So you build them the ship, as Boston said, and then using resources that you find to increase the size of your ship, figure things out along the way.
Right. Clone people, make materials and guns and ammo and turrets.
And then, to do so, you have to build corridors. But each one of these corridors is very much, as Boston rightly pointed out, inspired by Aliens, where it has a floor and it has an underground section of that floor where you can crawl through the vents, essentially.
And monsters just love to breed and make nests under there.
Yes, which I didn't realize you could shoot for the longest time. I just saw these mushrooms. And then I accidentally shot one at one time. I was like, wait, the mushrooms went away. Why did the mushrooms go away?
And they had the telltale stink coming off of them. And I'm like, these can't be good. How do I get rid of them? You shoot them with your shooting gun.
Especially concerning when you make the mistake of building your tractor beam right next to your greenhouse. for the
Oh,
record.
yeah, that's not going to work.
Pro tip number one: don't do that.
Right. And the game also has, like, in your spaceship, it has a light kind of tower defense thing where the tractor beam seemingly is the primary one that's going to bring aliens in from the scrap that you're pulling out from the environment. So we put a turret in there to kind of automatically clean them up. And then you and your crew can go down to the surface of planets that you've seen and scanned to then go shoot bugs down there and slurp up materials with your claim gun, like your No Man's Sky laser gun thing.
I'm doing my part.
You really are. Which last time I played, I didn't even realize that there are these things on each one of those planets that you can stand next to and capture, which gives you new things and weapons and schematics and DNA to clone
I
aliens.
was going to say, by the way, here is some DNA which you can inject into your cloning lab
to clone
and change the effects of the people.
Right. I think there's still other things.
What?
Other things too in this game that I'm forgetting. This game has a lot in it, and it's explained fine, but you're spinning a lot of plates all at once in real time, and it controls fine.
You can give the clones jobs as well. So, like, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna max out the clones in the tractor beam and have them constantly bringing stuff in, then.
I really love the look of each one of the computers that you're interacting with. It looks like the kind of library computers with the yellow screen, like a mainframe VAX terminal sort of thing. It's really great.
And you can do like the right stick twist so you can assign workers to that specific thing as well, which is really cool.
The auto assign ASCII characters for people is really good.
Yeah, then my greenhouse almost died. Because I moved everybody away from the greenhouse.
Yeah, I had... The learning ramp that Moon and I both have is steep on this one. Now I understand how to move from sector to sector to kind of get everything all configured. I understand how to kind of get materials from where I need to build other stuff and keep things going. So I feel like I kind of have the basics of the game down. I just need to kind of find that Genesis planet on this first tutorial run, and then I can unlock additional corporations for you to run. I love that you're like playing as a corporation, which I think is a really smart design choice.
Yep, and each has their own perks, which from the 3 I had unlocked at the start, I read through them and was like, cool, I'm going to do the one that says tutorial, please. Right. Thank you very much.
It was even very much like, do this first.
Yeah. And started like when I made my first clone, I unlocked like a cloning corporation in the meta progression. Right. So I'm sure they start with cheaper or better clones. Like, there's a lot going on in this, and like it. So far, now that I feel like I'm understanding it a little better after like playing it for a short while, it's like, okay, I'm gonna try and finish this tutorial run. It will probably go south.
Yeah.
But note to self for next time. Yeah. Note to self for next time. Plan your ship in advance. Don't just go corridor room, then extend that corridor, put another room next to it. Like try and
get some choke points.
This stuff. Yeah, try and plan this stuff a little bit better, because right now my main ship connects to my greenhouse, then my tractor beam is off the greenhouse. Greenhouse is a huge thing with 4 exits. So like the aliens come in, go underground, run straight into my greenhouse, and then scatter throughout the ship.
Oh yeah.
It's like, guys,
curses.
Shoot the aliens before they go underground, please.
Right. Man. Yeah, my only concern is here early on. There's, like we said, there's a lot going on in this game. I can't tell how well all of that stuff gels right now, like how it all fits together. That's my only concern here early on, is like, man, all of these systems are in here. Does all of this stuff fit together nicely? I hope so.
Yeah, does all of it matter? Do I need to even go into the DNA replicator thing, or is that an optional thing?
Right. Do I need to bother going down to the planets anymore, or can I just slurp them up with a tractor beam? You know, that sort of thing.
Yeah. I'm glad I randomly found this thing, because honestly, it looks like it could be a lot of fun.
It's certainly a unique thing.
yeah, right now I just need to get my head around the systems,
Right.
the things like everything that's in the game is a lot, especially considering this game's had like 4 updates, I think.
Right.
Like, and
Right.
in the way roguelikes seem to have, where they have like a base game and then a huge update that changes everything, and then
Right.
another huge update that changes everything, and it's just like, guys, I'm playing it at
So,
like version
so much
4.
stuff. Yeah.
It's a lot.
Right. Right. All right. Well, I think that's it for week one. We're kind of diving into it and figuring
Yeah.
it out as much as we can. Yeah.
I don't like the way the aliens move. I don't like the way they move.
A
They're
little
like
too
little
much.
crab things.
Yeah, the little octopus ones are not great either. The scorpion ones are pretty gross. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of. I haven't run into anything big yet. I kind of don't want to. Yikes.
Yeah, that's my worry is do I want a xenomorph sitting on my face? Like,
Right. Probably not. Probably not.
no, probably
Yeah. All right.
probably not correct.
Just put it out there. Yeah. All right. Thanks everyone for listening. We'll see you all next run. Bye.
Oi.